Yo, what is up, guys? Your boy Maine here. Want to get a quick video out. I know it's a Saturday, but I'm feeling a little productive. I figured, you know what? Saturday night, I already did leg day. Why not get a quick video out for the boys? Most importantly, the reason I wanted to get a quick video out was because we are coming into the area of interest that I talked about in the last video. So it is the weekend, so take everything with a grain of salt. But we're in for a very crazy next couple of days, next couple of weeks, in my opinion. So we have the election in the United States happening on Tuesday. Some polls are saying Trump's going to win. Some say Kamala's going to win. We're not really going to know until it's over. It's going to be crazy. I think there's going to be a lot of short-term volatility leading up to that. I think there's a very good chance that we see both longs and shorts get rinsed. So maybe that means, we get some sort of move up, we rinse out people shorting, fading all-time high, and then longs get rinsed, and then the actual move happens. I don't know, right? In terms of kind of the grander macro zoomed out view of the elections in general, I don't really think Trump or Kamala is necessarily going to have an effect on crypto. And what I mean by that is the bull run. I don't think if Trump wins, golden bull run, and if Kamala wins, it's a bear market. I think the effect of who wins the election is going to be very much short term in terms of how it, kind of affects price action. Short term, right? Maybe it's slightly more bullish short term if Trump wins or whatever, right? But the markets move in cycles. This is true for the stock market, and this is true for the crypto markets as well. They're cyclical in nature, and we're already in this 4-year cycle, this bull run. We're already in it. And I don't think who becomes the president changes anything. The market, I still believe, is going to trade higher. I still believe we're going to see, six-figure Bitcoin. And I don't think Trump or Kamala being president changes that at all. However, just based on policy, at least from what the Republican Party has said, Trump has said specifically, I do believe in terms of the industry, that's the better policy for crypto, assuming they do what they say. I'm not trying to get political here, but based on what they've said is they will create a clear legal and regulatory framework for crypto within the United States, which I think is very important and a very good thing. He's also talked about how crypto is taxed and potentially changing the laws around taxation of crypto. Again, I think that's a major positive. If you look at North America, Europe in general right now, and the trend that's been going on over the last, decade, taxes have increased, regulation has increased, and what we're seeing is a hollowing out of a lot of the money from these places. Lots of major cities, specifically in the US, they're leaving, Democratic-run states, and they're going to Florida. A lot of people are leaving these countries completely and going to places like Dubai and Singapore and into Asia. And a lot of crypto, a lot of young entrepreneurs like you and I maybe watching this video are wondering if, we want to live in a place where it's harder to get ahead because the cost of living is high, taxes are high, regulations are high. Canada is exponentially worse than America. But it is a thing that is happening, right? We're seeing millionaires leave. And to me, if I was in charge, I'm like, okay, crypto's obviously here to stay. It's obviously a budding, growing industry. Why wouldn't I want to incentivize smart, rich people to build here, in Canada or US? You know what I mean? So at least from what Trump has said, I think he would be more bullish for the crypto industry. Who knows? Kamala's been pandering a little bit to crypto at the end of her campaign here. But in terms of whether or not the bull market goes on or doesn't, I don't think that matters. Like I've seen some people be like, if Kamala wins, we're going to zero. I don't think that's the case at all. Maybe there's some short-term volatility. We're going higher. You'd probably find it hard to believe maybe that the stock market generally actually has gone up more during Democratic presidencies. Is that because the Democrats are better for the economy than Republicans? Or is that maybe just the cyclical nature of the markets and the way that it was worked out, right? So all of that word vomit out of the way. What are we doing here? Personally, if you are trading, if I'm trading, I am trading a little bit. I've taken a little bit of a long here tonight. Very low size, very low risk, because I don't think that this is really a super smart time to be pouring on the leverage and trading crazy size, because I do think there's going to be some fuckery. I do think it's going to be extremely volatile. However, a setup's a setup, and I'm not going to ignore it, and I was going to take it. But if you're not confident, wait. Give it a week or two. Let things settle down. Market's not going anywhere. You can always come back and get in once the fuckery is over. But I talked about, right, we have this H12 range here. Here's our bullish order block. If you look at the daily, just flash banged everybody. 3-day order block, daily order blocks there as well. You guys know I like the 12-hour. So I think this is where it's got to hold, right? This is all-time high right here above us. This is all-time high here. So if we're going to bounce, I think it's going to happen from this area. And ideally, we trade up and we take out all-time high. I think risk is, below these lows here. Pretty straightforward. The risk reward's not the best. It depends where you get filled. Are you filling here? Are you leaving some bids down here? But I do think that this is where the bounce has to happen, if it's going to happen, from this zone to take out all-time high. Because if we lose this, I don't think I think sweeping this and then reclaiming, while it's possible, I don't think that's very likely. I think if we take out these lows and we retrace this entire breakout here, I think it's much more likely that we actually go for these lows, not these ones here, or at least these ones. I think this is a much more safe bet as opposed to all the, I just don't see us retracing this entire thing to then go up again. I think we had a chance to take out these lows, and it was, these lows here. I think the chance to take out these lows was before the stop run. So now that we've made the move higher, this should be a higher low. Could we sweep this and then go up? Sure. But the way I'm taking the trade and the way I've positioned my stop here is, if we lose this, I'm out. And maybe if we sweep, I'll enter back in. But I'm much more interested in us going up from here, not from taking out these lows here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we come down here, bunch of people bid these, and then we end up fucking just nuking down to here or something like that. Now, what happens after this? I don't know. Maybe we do this, and then we come back, and that's the fuckery I was talking about. I don't really know. But again, I always talk about this in my videos, guys. I'm trying to have to predict one single move, right? I just want to make money. I can't make money on the next trade, right, in advance. I have to take the trade in front of me first, and then a new trade will appear. So predicting 3 moves ahead isn't, really beneficial for me at this point. Maybe it helps because I can say, hey, I'm going to long, then I'm going to short, and then I'm going to long again. Great. But I'll worry about this short when we get there. Things could change. Stuff could happen. Why try and make a prediction, 6 moves in advance when I can actually make money on just predicting the next single move? So that's what I'm doing here. Going to see what happens from here. I'm bullish, tentatively. Low risk, not huge size. It's a Saturday night. It's a weekend. We have the election in 2 days. There's a lot of things telling me I probably shouldn't be trading. But I saw the setup. I had planned for this setup. I was hoping it would have triggered during the week, but here we are. So I'm in. I've scaled in here. I'll scale in a little more at the midpoint if we come down a bit further. But other than that, this zone is where the higher low should form if we're going to take out all-time high. So that's what I'm banking on. And if you would rather, right, and I've talked about this in previous videos, if you want to long altcoins, right, a lot of altcoins, by the way, look like shit, but some don't, right? So, but if you want to long altcoins, let's say you're really bullish on PopCat, we've got this just mega trend here going on. Well, if Bitcoin's going to bounce, good chance that this bounces harder, right? So you could take this long instead of longing Bitcoin, right? But this is one of the stronger looking alts. And the bulls for PopCat got to worry, because if we do get some sort of larger correction on Bitcoin back into the low 60s, there's a lot of built up lows here that, probably get fucking smoked before we end up going higher, because I do think that this one's not done yet. Right? PopCat to $5, whatever the kids are saying, these days. So we'll wait and see on that, but that's kind of, what I've talked about in previous videos. If you want to long altcoins, wait for that long setup on Bitcoin, then go and try and take your altcoin trade instead, right? So that's kind of what I'm watching. I don't want to get into a whole bunch of stuff here. It's Saturday night. I just want to get a really quick, update out for you guys. And just this Bitcoin trade is kind of, in the works. It's happening right now. So we're taking it. We're pulling trig, and we're going to watch it. I mean, ideally for me, if we close this as a sweep overnight here, that would give me, a lot of confidence that the low is probably in. You could even probably bring your stop up to here, and then see how high this thing goes, because you've completely de-risked. Another long opportunity, if you don't want to long this and you want to long on confirmation, is you wait for us to reclaim this. And if that happens, stop there, entry there, target there would be kind of the setup I'm looking at. But yeah, that's all I got. I want to get a quick video out for you guys. So that's that. I've been doing a whole lot of, I don't even know how to describe, a whole lot of thinking about, other kind of content I want to create. Obviously, I know there's some educational content I'm working on, and I'm going to continue to do the streams. I'm really liking doing this faster, kind of more frequent cadence of videos. The one thing about streaming is like, it's like draining. I don't know why. And it sounds ridiculous because it's like I'm just sitting here talking, but it is like, because there's people, there's the chat, it's live. I'm usually doing it for at least an hour. I don't know how these guys stream for 4 or 5 hours. I mean, maybe if you're playing video games, it's different, but I'm trying to, one, make it informational, right? Give you good information, give you some education, and two, make it entertaining, right? Maybe it's easier to do that while you were just playing video games and just you're gambling or whatever. But when it's about trading, I'm trying to make it, not dry. We're just looking at a fucking chart here. So trying to, keep it fresh. So I find it a lot more draining. But these short videos, I can just bang out 10, 20 minutes. They're quite easy to do. But I bought that, camera I had talked about. I really want to do some, I don't know if lifestyle is the right word for it. And this would just be for YouTube stuff. And maybe I make a new channel for it. I don't know. Or maybe I keep it on this channel and you guys let me know if you hate it or love it. I don't know. But I think there's, not only do I do some cool stuff, like I'm going to Dubai for the fights. Like that would be cool to kind of, vlog, I guess. Vlog, I hate the term, but like show you guys what's up, right? Like, hey, I'm flying to Dubai. We're flying first class. We're going to rent a sick car. We're going to see the homies. We're going to party. We're going to throw a fucking crazy fun event. Dubai's a cool city. I don't know. Is that stuff you want to see? And then also on like just like sharing stuff like outside of trading as well. Like I'm older than a lot of you guys, I think, that are in crypto. Obviously not everyone, but in crypto terms, at least on crypto Twitter, like I'm a boomer. I'm 34. So a lot of you guys, and I know because I talked to many of you, are in your early 20s, and I wish I had the mindset and the drive to make money and build and hustle 10 years ago that I have now. I didn't get my shit together until my late 20s, right? So I do think there's some wisdom I can impart on some of you guys. It's not just trading specific. It's more just like life specific, just some things that, I wish I knew in my early 20s that I started doing sooner. And also, I'm not to sound like a fucking douche, but I'm successful. Like even before trading, I, built a multi-million-dollar recruitment company, which I exited out of, got into crypto, have done very well. I'm building Breakout, which is another very successful business. I've done a lot of stuff. I've traveled. I've seen some things. I've been successful, and I feel like there's just some shit I just want to share with y'all. I don't know how I'm going to go about it yet. Maybe I just start doing it, and we just see if it is enjoyed by you guys. I don't know, but I think there's some stuff there, because one of the things I see on so much on YouTube, at least, right, is like obviously, there's people sharing trading stuff, right? Educational stuff and charts. But then there's this whole it's like the lifestyle shit, right? And I'm not trying to do that necessarily, but I think there's a lot of room in that world for like a reality check, because I think a lot of it's like corny, like wake up, cold plunge, infrared sauna, journal, meditate. I do some of that stuff. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but they make it sound really easy and like, oh, and then, you got to buy their fucking personal brand course, of course, for them to tell you stuff that, you could have probably figured out on your own and could have known for free. So who knows? We'll see. I might just set up the camera one day and just start yapping, see if everyone likes it. Or maybe you guys hate it, and then I go back to just my fucking live streams because that's all it is. That's all you care about. Anyways, we'll upload this. Talk to you later. Peace.